Hey guys, it's Phil Morrison. I help people overcome social anxiety and thrive in life. I'm going to teach you the 5 fastest ways to grow in confidence. This is something that I teach to all my committed clients who work with me on a long-term basis, and it changes their lives. Changed mine as well. So really quickly, I'm going to tell you the 2 principles to overcoming social anxiety. The first is to open up and get proof that you're safe expressing yourself in social situations. And the second is developing a routine that allows you to master your life. The first activity is improv comedy. This is the best activity in the world that you can do to build confidence fast, because it fits with those principles. You have to be open and put yourself out there. The culture is to support you for expressing yourself. So for example, in improv comedy, we cheer mistakes, because for you to make a mistake, you had to at least go for it. You had to risk failure, put yourself on the line and commit. So mistakes are rewarded. You don't get punished for opening up. Instead, you get rewarded. And probably the root reason why you have the social anxiety in the first place is because you're used to being criticized and put down when you're expressing yourself. Improv comedy is the reverse culture, and it requires a lot of bravery to stand there with no script and truly improvise. The second really fast way to build social confidence and thus overcome social anxiety is to go to networking events. 1 to 2 socials every single week changes your life. There's absolutely no way to overcome social anxiety without socializing. And you might think, but Phil, where are the opportunities? I don't have friends right now, so how am I supposed to go out there and socialize? Meetup.com and Eventbrite. If you go on those 2 platforms, there's events going on that you can get to on a daily basis. Multiple events a day if you live in a big city. I personally go to business networking events, and this counts as one of my socials a week. You can also do courses that are good for you. For example, public speaking courses, improv comedy courses, join a sports club. Do something social twice a week. If you don't do this and you stay in your room, the anxiety just gets worse. And I've learned this lesson the hard way. I used to shut myself in my room because I was scared to go out and mix with people. Back in high school and college, I was the biggest recluse that you could possibly imagine. And part of that came from being bullied and picked on in high school and not being able to open up with my parents, which meant that I existed in shutdown mode 24/7, and I would avoid socials at all costs. What really helped me out in my journey is when I turned 18 and moved away from my parents' house to university. And when I moved, I booked myself on loads of socials. I didn't really book myself because I wasn't using Meetup back then, but I volunteered to attend loads of socials as a fresher and just continued on doing that, and it changed my life massively. You know, at the time of starting university, I was probably the most quiet person that you can possibly imagine. The most quiet guy in my whole year in high school, 0 friends in college. So when I started university and I started just to go to nightclubs, to go on nights out, house parties, sports clubs, just doing stuff and going out a lot, it changed things massively. I was a bit like Jim Carrey in Yes Man, when it came to social opportunities. And what I've learned since becoming a coach after mastering my own anxiety is that 1 to 2 socials a week is perfectly ample. You're not going to burn out from doing that. You're going to get enough rest and you can make massive progress because you just have those couple of socials a week. When you go there, you can really turn up and be confident. You don't need to conserve energy. You can practice being open, putting yourself out there, so you develop that confidence really, really, really fast. So Eventbrite, meetup.com, get yourself down to 1 to 2 networking events every single week. The third fastest way to growing confidence is to go for a run. Do cardiovascular exercise at least 3 times a week. I personally train 5 or 6 times a week, and I would be lost without my training. Without my exercise and my cardio, I wouldn't be half the man that I am right now. The discipline of doing that works wonders for your self-esteem. Keeping up the habits, it really improves your mental health massively. So a lot of guys that I've been coaching and girls over the past year, they've been through phases of depression in their lives, me included. I used to be massively depressed for about 3 years. And when you go out running, it just kills the depression and changes your life. One of my long-term clients who I've finished coaching now, he's on my YouTube channel, Sonny. He used to be really, really depressed as a teenager. And he said the best advice he ever got from his counsellor was every single time you feel depressed and socially anxious, go on the treadmill and run a couple of miles. Do some cardio. So going running changes your life, changes how you feel, and as you improve your cardiovascular health, your heart rate actually goes down, so you feel calmer, and of course you feel more confident due to the aesthetics of working out as well. The fourth fastest way and best way to improve your confidence is to eat a really healthy diet. So often overlooked, but again, like with the exercising, it's that inner discipline to stick to the healthy diet no matter what challenges life throws at you that's going to make you a success machine. When you're going through the worst of times, eat even healthier. Do an extra workout. When you feel crushed and you feel hopeless and you're like, I'm not getting anywhere in life, I don't see any sign of me succeeding, and that feeling of worthlessness takes over. And I know that because I've been there for years and years and years on end. Exercise and eat healthy and turn it up a notch. Go to the gym more, eat even healthier. So eating healthy, again, this changes your life, especially when paired with the cardio. The fifth fastest and most effective way to growing confidence is to stop hanging around toxic people that drag you down and drain your energy. The energy vampires, as some people refer to them as, and replace the time you spend around these toxic people taking action on your purpose. There's a reason why you're on this planet. There's an ultimate purpose you have. Maybe you're in tune with your purpose right now and you know what it is. Maybe you have no idea. I didn't know what my purpose was until later on in my 20s, although I could argue that deep down I knew I wanted to help people out. I was inspired by other coaches, for example, Tyler from Real Social Dynamics, Jonathan, formerly known as Johnny Barber. So I was inspired by several coaches and I wanted to help other people out. But I wasn't consciously aware of the fact that I wanted to be a coach until my mid to late 20s. Then I became a coach, started to take action on my purpose, and that did wonders for my self-esteem. No longer was I living from someone else's agenda, someone else's script. You're supposed to do this in life. No, you're supposed to do what's right for you. You're supposed to play to your strengths and follow your purpose. As kids, we all know that we should be living our dreams. But somewhere along the way, due to anxieties, depression, mental health struggles, being picked on, being bullied, going through challenges in life, people lose touch with their purpose and drift along, and they end up stuck in 9-to-5 jobs that they hate. They're miserable, they're not happy at all, they're functioning, but they're a slave to the system. They're trapped in that societal matrix. I read a fantastic personal development book some years ago, probably my favourite personal development book of all time. If not my favourite, it's definitely up there. The classic 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Absolutely fantastic book. And he talks about different paradigms you can live your life in. And if you're living your life in a state of urgency and you're doing things that aren't important to you, that's the worst way to live your life. If you feel rushed and pressured and harassed all the time into doing work, and that work is not benefiting you in any way, then you're stuck, you're festering, you're not making progress in life, you're declining, you're in regression, and you feel miserable. You feel utterly miserable. And really, I've learned these things from watching other people who are super miserable living life the wrong way, as well as being inspired by good content. And say my dad, for example, he's an absolutely lovely guy. You probably couldn't meet someone who's kinder, but he hated his job with a passion, and he stuck it out for 40 years despite hating it. And I could see the level of sadness and misery, the stress and anxiety that came with this. And as a kid, I was like, there's no way I want to go down that path. There's absolutely no way I'm going to go down that path, because I would just be so unhappy. So many people drift along, lose touch with their purpose, and do something that they hate. So that's the worst paradigm to live in, when you're doing things with a state of urgency and they're not moving you forwards in life. The best paradigm is the opposite of this. This is when you don't feel that you're in a rush, you're focused on your long-term goals, and you're taking action on these long-term goals, your purpose in life. So you're actually making progress. Tony Robbins, he says that when he was asked what makes him happy, his answer was making progress. And if you're making progress on your purpose, it's such a different way to live, and you feel so much better. You can actually smile, you can enjoy life. Of course, certain anxieties, they never go away 100%. When I say I teach people how to thrive who have social anxiety, I'm not promising a life where there's never stress and there's never anxiety and there's not challenges. This is not reality, no matter how much work you do on yourself. But it is possible to thrive in spite of anxiety and stress, and manage anxiety and stress a lot more effectively. That's what coaching's about. So in summary, the 5 fastest and best ways that I know to build confidence, which I teach to my clients, I've made a summary list. So it's to do improv comedy, it's to go to networking events, 1 to 2 socials a week. Do some cardio. A 30-minute run is plenty. Eat a healthy diet, and to replace time that you would usually spend with toxic people, taking action on your purpose. If you actually stick to this list and you don't quit for 6 months, your life will be different. I can promise you that. If you stick to this for 6 months, these 5 things, your life is going to be completely different. And if you're keen about saving time and doing things in a really effective way, what you could do, you could Google Parkrun. So Parkrun is a free run that you can go to every single week. I think it's every single Saturday, or it certainly is in Birmingham. So you go for a run, and there's hundreds of people there, by the way. And then everybody who's gone for the run goes for a coffee afterwards and a social. So you could get one of your exercise sessions and socials in by going to Parkrun on a Saturday, and then find another social or do improv comedy at some point in the week. Perhaps you could go for a run most mornings before you go to work. And of course, know that it's going to be a challenging journey. It's not going to be easy, but ultimately the way to beat social anxiety is to change your way of life. It's a complete commitment. If you start to take action and improve for 2 months, then you completely stop. You'll start to go backwards again. So you have to choose to live your life in a different way. And this is why it's important to be sustainable. So 1 to 2 socials a week is enough. 3 cardio workouts a week, that's enough as well. Eating a healthy diet. For me, this is mandatory because it makes such a difference, so much calmer, and I work so much better when I've had a healthy diet. I've got so much more exciting content to share. I'm going to save it for some later videos. If you enjoyed this video, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, and I appreciate new subscribers. Really does help me grow the channel. And I also offer pay-as-you-go Zoom coaching sessions as well as in-person sessions. The in-person sessions are over coffee in Birmingham. If you're potentially interested in receiving my coaching, I offer a try before you buy policy. So I give you the first session, whether it be online or face-to-face, for free, no charge whatsoever. And then if you want to book a block of sessions or do pay-as-you-go coaching to overcome social anxiety and build that positive lifestyle so that you're thriving, drop me an email, philmorrison678@gmail.com, to apply for your free coaching session. I've helped out countless people over the past few years. I probably exaggerate when I say countless. It must be 45, 46 people, something like this by now. Hope that you got value from this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day.